Hi honeys, it's Michelle. I'm here today to do a huge empties video. It might be a little bit long, so you might want to get something to drink, maybe get a notepad so you can take some notes on maybe some items that you're interested in getting, and just sit back and relax. I am going to put chapters down below so that if you're only interested in certain kinds of items, you can skip around and look at what you want to look at. This took me quite a while to put together, and every time I started thinking, okay, I think I've got everything that I want to put in the video, I realized, oh, I'm almost done with this. Let me wait till this is empty. And it just kind of became this thing. So it took, this is months of empty stuff. But I'm going to start with teeth. Brad and I really like Tom's toothpaste. And we have tried this luminous white toothpaste. As you see, we've gone through 2 of them. And then we've also tried this one, the Antiplaque and Whitening. Now this one is fluoride free, which we prefer, but it's also got, what is that called? It's got something in it that I really like in toothpaste, and it's called xylitol. It just gives my teeth a smoother, cleaner feel, if that makes sense. So this is my favorite one. So we have repurchased more of these after going through these 2. But if you don't mind fluoride, this luminous white is wonderful. I just like, I don't know, I feel like my teeth really do get cleaner with this one though. So in my opinion, and in Brad's, if you're looking for natural toothpaste, you might want to go with this one. The Tom's Anti-Plaque and Whitening Fluoride-Free Peppermint Toothpaste. And I'm sorry, my AC is going to be going on and off the whole time that I talk to you today. But I live in Vegas. I'm in the desert, and every day lately it's been in the upper 90s. It's just a little too hot to turn off my AC for an entire filming day. Like it would get in the 90s in my apartment. I just can't do it. I tried this. This is really, I don't know what happened after I put it in my little empties bin, but somehow it kind of came out over the front of the container. This is the Vaseline Intensive Care Essential Healing, and it's keeps skin dry, or keeps dry skin healed for 3 weeks without feeling greasy. You know, honestly, I really didn't like this. I just felt like it didn't do the trick. I felt like I was never going to finish it. And finally, I got to a point where, to about here, it had expired and I was finally able to stop. But I really did not enjoy this. I don't know what it is. I'm not a Vaseline lotion person. I guess I just need to accept it. A lot of people recommend it and think it's the best, but I just don't like it. I will tell you what I do like, though. There's the Live Clean Argan Oil Body Lotion. I got this at Sprouts grocery store, and I really like it. It's very natural. It's got 98% plant-derived ingredients, and I just think that it's lovely, and I really recommend it. If you've been watching me for a while, you know I love my Dermasil. I went through 2 of these. This is the Dermasil Dry Skin Treatment Original Lotion. I like to use this on my legs, arms, feet, and hands right before I go to bed at night, and it has just made a world of difference on my skin. My skin just feels very nourished and soft, and I love it. I've got this CVS Aftersun Aloe Vera Cooling Gel with Lidocain. I really love this stuff. I think it's so wonderful. I like the Lidocain because I tend to use this on heat rashes. I get heat rashes a lot, and this just feels so nice and cooling. I get heat rashes on like the inside of my elbow and the backs of my knees, and you know, like where my legs rub together and stuff. It's just part of being me, especially in the summer in the desert. And this aloe vera gel with lidocaine just makes a world of difference. So I definitely recommend this. Or if you get sunburn, I also have this Alba Botanica Hawaiian body oil, deep moisturizing Kukui nut to nurture and smooth. And this is 100% vegetarian ingredients. The bottle's made with 100% recycled material. It's hypoallergenic, no parabens, phthalates, or animal testing. This stuff smells like a dream. It smells like what I wish sunscreen smelled like. It smells like Hawaii in a bottle. I feel like I'm on vacation every time I put it on. I love it. It's got sunflower oil in it. It's got Molukana seed oil, coconut oil, linseed oil, sweet almond oil. This stuff is a dream in a container. I love it. This is my third bottle of this. I just bought my third, or no, sorry, this is my second bottle. I just bought my third. And this is a go-to product that I have to have in my bathroom all year long. I find I do tend to use it more in the spring and summer, but I absolutely love it. It just makes my skin feel so nice and refreshed and soft, and it's wonderful. Another item that is one of my go-to must-have items is the Heritage Store Rosewater and Glycerin. I've been using this on my skin for 10 years now, and I absolutely love it. I cannot get enough of this. I use it every day. I spray it on my face, and it does have a really strong rose scent. So if you don't like the smell of roses, you're not going to like this. But I feel that it makes a world of difference in my skin. Also, if I have one of those rashes I'm talking about, this really helps calm down redness on skin. That's part of why I use it every day. I tend to get real red cheeks and I get redness over here, and this seems to tame it down a little bit for me. Also, my skin always feels dry to me. I'm told I don't have dry skin, but to me it feels like I do. This really helps keep it feeling moisturized, because throughout the day I'll just spray my face with it, and it's really is a lifesaver for me. Purlisse Watermelon Energizing Aqua Balm. This was my second bottle of this. Bottle? Container? I don't know what you call this. It was my second one. I love this stuff. It is a dream come true. I need to buy another one because for me this is just everything. It's a K-beauty item, which I love Korean beauty products. It does smell like watermelon, and it's a gel, which I don't know if it's just me, but I kind of prefer gel products on my face. It's just, there's something so nice about it during the day. At night, I like really thick. Is there any left in here? Oh, there is a little bit left. Okay. It's just nice. It's kind of cooling, and it just soaks into the skin real quick. It's just so nice and fluffy. It doesn't feel too thick. I like to use real thin stuff like this during the day on my face, and then real thick, goopy stuff at night. Gosh, I love the way this smells. It smells so good. It makes me want to have like a watermelon drink or something, or eat some watermelon. I love it. Okay, Murad Renewing Eye Cream. I really didn't feel any way about this, and for the price tag, I think it's like $50 for this little thing. I'm gonna pass on it. I'm gonna say it's not worth it. It's not worth purchasing. I won't purchase it again. I didn't purchase it to begin with. It came in a Ipsy bag, and I just thought it was okay. It didn't, you know, do the laundry for me or anything spectacular. And I feel like so many skincare items, if they feel good and they make you feel good wearing them, something about them is delightful. The smell, the feel, whatever, great. But so much of the skincare stuff is not going to really make a big difference on my skin, and probably not yours either. I've read so many things that talk about what you put in your body is more important for your skin than what you're putting on your body. I mean, I'm not saying what you put on your skin isn't important, but it's not going to make you suddenly look younger in a week like the commercials claim, kind of thing. So just my 2 cents. But Awakening Eye Cream, it's cucumber seed oil with caffeine by Bolero. This is from the Dollar Tree. I did not like this. It gave my skin or my eyes some kind of a reaction. My eyes kept feeling like puffy, and like I even got some eye skies when I was using it. So this is going to be a no for me. Do not like it. Balance Me Wonder Eye Cream. This is another one that I just had no thoughts about. It didn't really, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I think this is a gel, right? Let's see, maybe not though. Okay, no, it's not a gel. That's how memorable it was though for me. It's fine. It's just nothing. There, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you want to use an eye cream that is decent, there's 2 or 3 that I think are really good. There's an Aubrey Organics Luminescence that is just amazing. It's like $25. There's the CeraVe eye cream, that's I think $15, and that works really good. And I just kind of feel like, why not use one of those instead of spending so much on these creams that really don't do a whole lot. Smells good though, it's very perfumey. The next one is Hydrate and Renew Replenishing Night Cream by Glow On Fifth Beauty. This one came in an Ipsy Glam bag, and now it's a nighttime one, and so at nighttime I really lather things on thick, and I really don't have an opinion of it. I was only able to use it, I think it was 3 or 4 times before it ran out. So this wasn't a big enough container for me to really have any opinion on it. So the answer on this one is I don't know. I've got this Toulon Gentle Milk Cleanser, sensitive skin formula with lactic acid, aloe vera, vitamins A and D. This stuff is amazing. I really loved it. It's gentle, but it works. It does the job. I thought it was a really stellar product. And there's, I think on Amazon, but even maybe on their website, if you go on there, you can get a 3-pack. They've got this with some eye cream and some face cream for 30 something. And I thought that was really worth the money. I loved the entire, all 3 of the items. I liked the eye stuff. I liked the face stuff, and then, or the moisturizer, and I really liked this too. So this is a really good product if you're looking for something new that's gentle and for sensitive skin. Okay, I've got this Versed Wash It Out Gel Cleanser with rosewater and seaweed extract. Brad and I both tried this one. Oh, speaking of that, the last one, Brad really liked that one too, that face wash. And he's got really sensitive skin too. So I tend to really, if we both like something, I think it's pretty good. This one, we both kind of had a reaction to. We didn't, at first we liked it, but after using it a while, we didn't anymore. I think it's got mint or something in it. And it was just a little bit too much for peppermint oil. It was too much for our skin. So we got about that far into it when we gave up on it, unfortunately. I wanted to love it, but it just was too much. This oil-free eye makeup remover by Up and Up. I think it's a decent product. It's good. I just started feeling like, I know it says oil-free, but it looks like oil sitting in there to me, and it feels kind of oily on my eyes. And I got to where I stopped liking it after, I went through a couple bottles of it too, but it just felt a little too thick for me. I felt like I couldn't get it off my eyes after I washed my face. So I started using the Simply Micellar Water to remove my makeup and other face washes, and I just find that works a lot better. I just fell out of love with this one. But this is a dupe for the Neutrogena oil-free eye makeup remover, if you are interested in it. I mean, it's fine. I just like other stuff more. Okay, Cali Wee Better Bean Clean Face Coffee Cleanser. I just didn't like this, unfortunately, to the point where I didn't want to use it anymore. it just felt like it wasn't doing anything. It just didn't feel special, and it felt a little bit irritating to my skin. It was probably the caffeine, but I decided to give up on it. Suave 24-hour protection tropical paradise. I hated this. It kind of felt too dry on my skin. I didn't feel like it offered the kind of protection I was wanting. And then I saw that it's an antiperspirant. I don't really want to not perspire. I just want to not smell when I do, if that makes sense. I've read a lot of things about not letting yourself sweat is really bad for your glands. And so I kind of didn't want to use it anymore when I saw that it was an antiperspirant. And I don't know why I didn't notice it right away. It says it on the front, but I didn't see that. Jason Soothing Aloe Vera Deodorant Stick. I love the smell of this. I didn't like this one either, though. It felt very dry on my armpits. It felt drying on my armpits to where my pits felt very sensitive after using it and kind of dried out. Kind of swollen feeling. So I really didn't care for this. Weleda Wild Rose Deodorant 24 Hours Rose Mascara with no aluminum. I love this stuff. It says it's made in Switzerland. And this lasts forever. I think this bottle lasted almost 2 years. Now I use usually 4 or 5 different deodorants. I find if I use the same deodorant every day, it stops working. So I kind of rotate between different ones. But I just love this stuff. Now this smells like 70s perfume, just to let you know. But once it dries and soaks into your skin, it doesn't have an odor anymore. So if you can get past that. I ordered another one. The one that I have now is sage, and it smells like a gin and tonic. So luckily once that dries, it doesn't smell like a gin and tonic anymore, so people don't think that I'm drunk when I run into them. But I think that this product is really solid. It lasts most of the day, which for being a natural product, you really can't ask for more than that. Crystal Essence Mineral Deodorant Body Spray. This one is lavender and white tea, no aluminum, hypoallergenic and paraben free. I love this stuff. I like to spray this on before I go to bed at night. The lavender helps calm me down and put me in a sleepy time mood. And then if I sweat while I'm sleeping, it's not a big deal. It says it's 24 hours. I disagree. I think it's more like a 12-hour product, just like the other one. But I'm not complaining. I think it's a really good, solid product. I do have a daytime one that I use for this as well that is chamomile, I think, and I love that one too. So I think that this Crystal Essence brand is really where it's at. I love it. And the other one, the Weleda, I really like that one too. And then whatever that aloe vera one is that I've recommended before. What's it called? Aloe vera. I like that one as well. Tuscan Citrus Energizing Liquid Soap that I got at TJ Maxx. I don't really care for it. It was okay. We did use all of it up, but I didn't feel like it did what I thought it would as far as energizing goes. And then I've got this Mrs. Meyer's Clean Day dish soap. It was okay. I don't really care for it though. This is the apple cider scent. I kind of prefer Method, or there's a brand that I get at TJ Maxx that I really like, but I don't think I'll be getting Mrs. Meyer's dish soap again. It's just not quite my thing. They have some products that I really love, like their laundry detergent, but I'm just not into the dish soap. Speaking of TJ Maxx, I wanted to show you this. I got this coffee. Gosh, I think it was around Christmas time or something. It took me a while to go through all of it because I usually have an array of different coffees to drink. But this one is the Happy Camper Ground Coffee by Cafe Maulu. And it's brown sugar bourbon. I thought this stuff was stellar. I loved it. If I see it again, I'm going to buy it. I thought it was absolutely delightful. I usually, once things have expired, I'll get rid of them. And I try to keep trying things if I don't like them, but if I really, really don't like them, I will give up on them. I've got this Colored Rain eyeshadow palette in Vineyard Soiree. I didn't like it. It felt like it did nothing. It felt like I wasn't putting anything on. It was just real naked on me to the point where I felt like I had to keep putting it on over and over again throughout the day. So I just was not a fan of that. Same thing with this CoverGirl Peach Punch. I thought the colors looked so pretty, but on me, it was like I had nothing on. I didn't like that at all. Then I've got this Prism Makeup Rosemary palette. I loved this. I thought this was, I'll go ahead and break it. It doesn't matter. Flip it backwards here. I thought this was absolutely wonderful. But when it expired, it stopped working as well. And it's funny, I used this a lot and you can't even tell. It really lasted a long time. I thought this palette was wonderful. I might even buy it again. And then there's the Aflano Space Blue. I finally kind of gave up on this one because the colors are pretty, but it felt like it kept falling into my eyes and irritating my eyes. It didn't feel like the makeup was staying on the eyelid. Other side eyeshadow palette by Ibby, which is an Ipsy exclusive. I got it in an Ipsy bag. I thought this looked really beautiful, but if I'm honest, I hated the way it looked on me, and I decided to just give up on it. Then we've got the Nomad Berlin Underground eyeshadow palette. I got a lot of mileage out of this. I thought it was a really good eyeshadow palette, but I did find once it expired, it felt like it wasn't going on the same anymore, so I decided to just go ahead and get rid of it. I've got so many eyeshadows, there's no point in keeping something that doesn't work anymore. Another one that I got a lot of use out of was this. It's the Profusion Naturals palette. And it's the same story with this one. Now this one I had a couple years. I used it a lot, even though you can't tell looking at it. I did. But once it expired, I felt like it just wasn't working the same. But this brush, you guys, is really good. I'm going to clean the brush and keep it because it's a really good brush. But I think, you know, especially for the price, this Profusion Naturals is one of the more affordable palettes. I think this Naturals one is really good. I did get the one that looks like a rainbow a couple years ago, and it sucked. But the Naturals one, definitely a good one to try. I've got this Siete Eye Luster Cream Eyeshadow. And it's funny, I've got a cream eyeshadow that I love, but this one, I hated it. It looks okay when you put it on. It's real shiny and metallic looking, but my eyes got swollen, almost to the point of being swollen shut. It was like super swollen, and it fell down into my eyes, so it made my eyeballs themselves really sensitive, real scratchy feeling, and I couldn't get it off. I washed my face, I think the first night 3 times, and I still kept finding gold glitter on my face for days. So I'm not going to give this another try. It was like a danger zone product. I've got this e.l.f. here. I don't seem to like e.l.f. as much as other people do, but this was an eyeshadow primer, and I just felt like it made my eyes look really crepey, so I didn't care for that. Then there's the Trestique Good Vibes Mascara. This one came in an Ipsy bag, and it has this, what is it, like you flip it down to curl or something? I can't even get it to work now. It's like it had a, there we go. It has a eyelash curler on it, which sounds really nice, but when you actually try to use it, it was really awkward trying to get the eyelashes in there. It was too narrow. I felt like I kept stabbing myself in the eye, and even with the mascara, it just felt too big and clunky for me, and I didn't care for the mascara enough to keep messing with it, so I decided to give up on this. Okay, Big Ego by Tarte. I thought this was a really good, solid product. The only reason I stopped using it was it expired. I only use mascara for 2 months before I throw it away because I have such sensitive eyes. It's something my eye doctor recommended that I do, and it works a lot better not keeping. Same with eyeshadow. He said don't keep it more than a year. Even if it says to keep it for 2 or 3 on the box, only keep it for a year because your eyes are so sensitive. And I find that it works really well not keeping items for too long. One thing that I didn't like about this, just to let you know, it's a more natural product, so it tends to have some fallout. So towards the end of the day, I would have some little black flecks down here on my under eye area. Beauty Benefits mascara. This one I think I got at the Dollar Tree. Didn't like it at all. Got my little trash bag over here. Ico Rock Out and Lash Mascara. This was a Ipsy product. Didn't like it. I had a bad reaction to it. I have a reaction to most mascaras, so there's nothing shocking there, but there's this Mega Wear mascara that they sell at the Dollar Tree. It's by Wet n Wild. I love this stuff. I do not have any sort of a reaction to it. And there's even other mascaras where towards the end of the day, my eyelashes feel heavy, like a weighted feeling, where my eyes just want to stay closed because it feels like there's so much weight up there. I know it sounds weird, but it happens. I don't get that with this. But out of all the mascaras I have, this is by far the most natural looking one. It's not plumping for eyelashes. It's not lengthening. All it does is just make my eyelashes darker. Nothing else. No bells or whistles. It's just a very simple product. But it's also very easy to use on your bottom eyelashes as well. If you like to, I don't do that anymore, but if you like to put mascara on your bottom lashes, this is a really easy product to use. If you have a hard time seeing and you don't want to fiddle with your eye mascara too much, I would say this would be a good one. It's a little bit easier to not stab your eyes, or you don't have to be real precision with it. You can just put it on and go. And it's $1, so that's really great. But it doesn't have all those falsies or plumping or, you know, stripper look or whatever. That nighttime eyelash look, it's not going to give you that. It's just a real natural looking product. But this is one of those go-to items for me that I always have in my makeup bag. Maybelline Master Precise Metallic Ink Eyeliner. I did get this at the Dollar Tree as well. I liked it just fine. It started to dry up at the 2-month mark, which is when I'm supposed to get rid of it anyway. As you see, I do this whole color coding thing with my makeup, so I know when to throw it away. But I really did like it. I would repurchase it if I saw it at the Dollar Tree again. It was a really pretty metallic, like a dark silvery kind of color. Real pretty. The Ultimate Define Gel Eyeliner by Sistar. Long-wearing waterproof gel eyeliner. And this one is a gold color. Let's see if I can show you. It's a pretty color. I did like it. It just expired before I could use it all up, but I thought it was a solid product. I do like the gold pixie eyeliner more though, just to let you know. Daisy and Pearl Natural Radiance Booster by Seraphine Botanicals. I didn't really like this one. It didn't really do a whole lot for me. I didn't feel like it made a difference on my skin. Galactic Skin Glow Moonlight. This is another highlighter. Once again, it just didn't do anything. I felt like there was nothing on my face. Kind of bored with it. And then another one that I felt like did nothing was this. It's a Tarte bronzer. I thought, oh, this is a perfect size to take with me when I travel. The problem was when I got where I was going and I applied it, it looked like I didn't have bronzer on. You can tell I put this on after I used lip gloss or lipstick. This is the Wet n Wild Clear Lip Gloss. I loved it. It expired and got real goopy and gross, but I do think it's a solid product for clear lip gloss. If you're looking for clear lip gloss, that's the one I would recommend. There's some e.l.f. lipsticks here that I got at the Dollar Tree. I really liked them. I used them a lot last summer, but they did expire. What is this? Sir? Fresh Pressed. This came in Ipsy. I thought the packaging was divine. This is a lip oil. And it smells like Starburst candy. But it was real sticky and I didn't like it. This is the Flower Velvet Lip Chubby Lip Suede, it says. I didn't like it. It made my lips look weird. It's like a weird color on me, which usually this is a good color, but it just didn't work for me. I had gone to TJ Maxx a while ago and I got some Nicole Miller New York lipsticks and I decided to get rid of all of them. I really hated them, if I'm honest. It was like, do you remember in the 90s, there was that really, really cheap makeup. It was cheaper than Wet n Wild, and they had this lipstick that was horrific. It was dry and ugly, and the colors looked horrible on. I don't even know if it lasted that long, the brand. I can't remember the name of it. If you remember, tell me in the comments. That's what this reminded me of. I hated it. Another product I did not like was this Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Lip Color. I got this at the Dollar Tree. The color is beautiful, but it's super sticky to the point where I just had to give up on it. I got these in a Ipsy box. They're Jules Smith Beauty Lip Gloss, and I thought these were the bee's knees. These were amazing until they expired, and then they got kind of goopy and gross. Kind of had a weird flavor and smell to them. But, oh, these are really good. I really recommend them. This next item I got in an Ipsy box. It's the Polar Genuine Lapland Cream Lip Balm. And I don't know what it was about this stuff, but it made my throat hurt every time I tried to use it. So I thought that was kind of creepy and decided not to use it anymore. And then the last thing that I want to mention, which I used all the way up, is this lip oil by Color Mates that you can get at the Dollar Tree. I think this stuff is very glorious. It's worth having. I think anybody that tries it would love it. I know I sure do. It doesn't have a strong scent. It doesn't have a strong flavor. And it moisturizes the lips for hours. I didn't feel like I had to keep putting it on over and over again. I think since I went through this, I've probably got 3 or 4 of these roaming around different parts of my home that I use all the time. I just think that this is a go-to, must-have product. And that is it. That is everything. All of it. What did you think? Is there anything in here that you agreed with? Is there anything you disagreed with? Let me know. If there's anything that you're hoping I will try and review, let me know. I'm not saying I'll definitely try it, but I'll think about it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I love you. Bye.